is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
But once, essentially, Starfield sucked and was not even nominated for Game of the Year, yeah, I think that the top two games that it was between was Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3. And I said as much. But the funny part is, people out there who are morons like to take one moment in time and act like that moment in time is eternal, that nothing ever changes. If you take my quote from many months ago that said, Baldur's Gate 3 is not going to win Game of the Year because it's PC-centric, and right now with everything else going on, those other games, like I even said, Starfield is a shoo-in for Game of the Year if it's as good as people are saying it's going to be. And what happened? Well, Baldur's Gate 3 released for console, people absolutely loved it on console, and it got more mainstream attention than it had before. Starfield came out and flopped. No one likes it. Only a very hardcore fan base of Bethesda and Xbox players are all over it. Everyone else is like, wow, what a disappointment. Didn't even get nominated for Game of the Year. So basically exactly the qualifying situation that I considered to happen, happened. And now Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of the... like I said, it was either between Baldur's Gate 3 or Zelda. I really was worried. Because you guys know me, I didn't love Zelda that much. I didn't. I thought that Zelda was a good game, but I didn't love it, and I disagreed with Breath of the Wild winning Game of the Year many years ago, and I was like, dude, if Zelda wins, this is gonna be bullshit, because there's so many better games this year better than Zelda. Thank God that didn't win, right? But that's absolutely what I said would happen, is now it would be between those two games. But no one will say that. No one will look at my opinions from like the last couple of weeks to months and take that as fact. They just want to go back 5-6 months before any of this information was available when I made a prediction back then, and say that was my prediction, it's wrong. Yes, my outdated prediction before Starfield came out, before Baldur's Gate 3 hit console, was wrong. You're right. Once more data was given, I changed my prediction. But why don't you talk about that? Because you're a bunch of fucking morons. And all you want to do is talk about Phil was wrong, Phil was wrong. Nobody cares. You're a bunch of losers. Onward. Okay?
He has such a giant, inflated, egotistic head. As you know, I have insanely thin skin.
The Game Awards were 3.5 hours long, and that's too fucking long. That's longer than E3, that's longer than any press conference ever. The Game Awards are way too drawn out, and sadly, get super boring. The last hour of the Game Awards, it's hard to stay awake. It's just not entertaining anymore. It gets really too just stupid. And quite frankly, if you want my overall opinion on the Game Awards, I'll just tell you right now, they were incredibly underwhelming. There were far too few interesting announcements. There were too many indie games no one's gonna fucking care about by seeing a little snippet about it at the Game Awards. It was a complete waste of everyone's time. They should have focused on big blockbuster announcements and games winning awards, and that was it. And then the show would have been 90 minutes. But instead, it was 3.5 hours, 2 hours of which were complete bloat, and it makes the show boring. It's basically, now it's the Oscars, and the Oscars suck too. So why emulate a show that everyone collectively agrees is not good? I don't know what Jeff is thinking. Like, the show should be much better than it is. And there were a few really awesome announcements. Like, probably the thing that resonates in my head was OD. The new game from Hideo Kojima looks like it's some kind of a hybrid horror movie game. Interesting, something unique. That stands out to me as something awesome, right?
La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
So if they had like 5 big announcements like that and then all the Game Awards, the show would have been great. But instead they have insane amounts of bloat and nonsense crammed in that makes it boring. I didn't like it overall. You know, here we are 3.5 hours at night and we're fast forwarding through shit. Like, I don't fucking care about the next bullshit generic shooter that looks exactly the same as 17 other shooters. Oh look, another fantasy RTS. Fast forward. It's like, fuck this. They're all the same shit. I don't need to even see half these announcements. They're non-announcements. Yet they probably all paid to be there, which is sad because no one's gonna fucking end up getting any kind of notoriety because they were on those Game Awards like that.
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations.
As a direct result of your request, as a direct result of the Game Awards, and as the direct result of the generosity of viewers, because I received a donation on Monday on the daytime stream, starting right then at 12:45 p.m. Pacific time, for the first time ever, right here, live on DSP Gaming, because you want it for all the months that you've asked for and told me that I was wrong for skipping it. On Monday, we're starting Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh my god!
What the fuck? Whoa! Oh, man. Alright, guys, good night. And let me tell you something. If this isn't the best RPG I've ever fucking played in my life, if it's overhyped, if it feels underwhelming, if it's a slow-paced piece of crap, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off, because you guys keep telling me it's the best RPG ever, and I'm so wrong for skipping it. If this game isn't great, I'm going to call you out. So you better be ready. But don't worry, I'm gonna be fair. I'm not going to unfairly judge this game. I'm not. I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to be calm, and I'm going to judge it for itself fairly as we play it. But my God, you guys have ridiculously overhyped this game. And every time that I've asked the question, how is this game the best RPG, no one can answer. Well, it's got a great story. So do other RPGs. Oh, well, it's good combat. Other RPGs have great combat. Oh, the atmosphere, yeah. Oh, well, the devs listen to the fans. Other devs have listened to fans. Can you definitively explain to me what exactly it is in this game that makes it stand out? The bear sex scene. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Is like an adult, but a messed up in the head adult man who acts like a boy or has like the mental maturity of a boy. And so he's deformed.
You're telling me the game is good because it has a bear sex scene. What are you, 5 years old? So, that's what I mean. Like, when everyone says it's the best, but no one can actually explain why. That makes me wonder about it. Okay? So, we're going to find out. Now, by the way, I want to remind you all of the reasons why I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3 this year. You ready? First of all, it was PC only. So, I couldn't play it at launch because it was PC only. By the time it came out on PlayStation, I was already in the midst of other fall playthroughs that were popular, and I didn't really have time to play a lengthy RPG at that time. Also, because of the way this game has been described, and because of the way that people are telling me that it is, alright, basically, here's the deal, alright? I feel like it's not a game that fits the format of my streams. If people are saying that a minimum playthrough of this game is 60 to 80 hours long, if not longer, how in the fuck do you think that fits into my streams? I'm a variety streamer. I don't just play one game endlessly. Nor do I think that if I played Baldur's Gate 3 endlessly, that it would work. I think people would get bored. I would get bored. The whole point is to play a variety, and that way everything always feels fresh, right? But I also got to play games that keep moving. That way you don't feel like when you play a game 3 times a week, you've barely made a snail's pace of progress. You want to feel like you had something significant happen, right? If I play RoboCop for 3 hours today, hopefully we get some story developments, we get some side missions, some fun stuff happens. Not, oh, I moved one bookcase, right, in 3 hours. Well, that could be Baldur's Gate 3 because from what I'm being explained about the game, it is a slow-paced game with tons of narrative, which is great, except people want progress. They don't want to sit here for hours on end and nothing happens, right?
Oh my God, he's drinking piss.
Now again, I'm not trying to set the game up for failure. I'm a realist, alright? I'm telling you, I already figured from everything you guys have told me about this game, I don't think it would work for my streams. But I'm listening to your feedback. You want it, it won Game of the Year, alright? And basically it's been donated now. So every factor has lined up. I have no excuse to not play it. I'm going to play it. Alright? In fact, I actually think at this point, there's been so much demand. There's been so much stuff that people have asked for. I'll give it a shot. Alright? I'm a fair guy. When so many people yell at me about it, right? I'll do it. So, we're starting Monday. And I'm going to approach it with an open mind like any other game. Literally, I will not be a dick about it. I'm not going to be, a negative asshole to the game. I'm going to approach it like an open RPG. And I think people say character creation is pretty cool. We'll jump in. We'll see how the plots are. By the way, and here's the really cool part about it. I know nothing about this game. I've never played a Baldur's Gate game before. So I don't know the plot. Okay? At all.
By the way, I just like to blow money because I'm stupid. I don't know what else to say. I like being on level 1.
Yeah. Yes. I will be very honest with you up front. If I play this game within 2 to 3 streams, everything is falling off. People aren't showing up. People are disengaging, not even talking about the game. They're just talking about other shit. They're saying it's boring in the chat. Engagement's dead. Support is dead. No one cares about the game. No, I'm not going to fucking play this game for 100 hours. No. Absolutely not. The thing is, if it's good, if I'm hooked on it, and I really like it, and you guys are liking it, and we're all engaged, we're having a good time, and it ends up being a great stream, I am happy to play this. But I want that atmosphere. I don't want, oh, everyone wanted it, but it was a trick because it's a fucking game that everyone knows won't work for streams. Then I'm not playing it. Fuck off. It's that simple because I already feel like it won't work for my format. I've told you that already. I've predicted that. But maybe, you know what? I would like to be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. Here's the thing. I love RPGs. Did you notice? I grew up playing RPGs. It's one of my favorite genres of game. The problem is, RPGs are very hard to retain attention. They just are. They're hard to retain an audience. Okay? And by the way, I already saw, are you ready for this? I already saw people in chat already setting the stage for failure. You ready? Oh, well, if he plays the game now and it doesn't do well, you can't blame the game because it's 4 months later. Bullshit. It's an RPG. I can play whenever the fuck I want. I didn't play every Elder Scrolls game the day it came out. Oblivion, how many years late did I play that? What the fuck are you talking about? No, if it's such a good RPG, it should be good whenever I play it. No excuses that because it's 4 months later, oh, now people won't watch it. Fuck you.
Terrible, toxic e-beggar person. Phil, listen. Your behavior is toxic.
Stop trying to already make excuses for why the game will not work on my streams because you're afraid it's not going to, and then you're gonna look like an asshole. So no, I'm not taking those excuses. Those excuses are invalid. If the game is good, it's good forever. Let's see if it's good starting on Monday. It's that simple. No more bullshit. I've had enough of the bullshit. I really have. All right. So I am excited. I really am excited to start this on Monday. And you know what? I will say this. I'm always someone who is willing to admit when I'm actually wrong.
I'm good at lying.
If yesterday I had said there's no chance in hell Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win Game of the Year and then it won, I would say I was completely wrong. No, I said that ages ago before all the qualifying things happened to make it look like it was going to win. And I was asked recently, would it win? I said, yeah, it's either Baldur's Gate or Zelda. Those are the two games that are going to win Game of the Year, one or the other, right? So, no, you don't get to say it. No gotcha moments on me. I see you said it wasn't going to win. Yeah, that was like 6-7 months ago. Shut up. You're an idiot. Okay? In this case, I would be willing to say, hey, if it works for my streams, if it's a great game, I will be happy. Do you understand? I will actually be happy to be proven wrong. I would be. I would love to have a great game in my streams. Now, I want you to understand something. We are opening a big can of worms with this, and here's why we're opening a big can of worms. In January, there's two big RPGs. Persona 3 Remake and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, both of which are ginormous, both of which are highly anticipated, both of which everyone wants to see. How the fuck do I keep playing Baldur's Gate 3 with those games? I can't. That's the answer. I can't. There's no way that I can juggle 17 RPGs at once. You understand that, right? So, I don't know what to say about that. Again, this game is so lengthy with my variety schedule. This is also kind of setting myself up for disaster. I don't see how I could be playing that many games at once, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. If we play it and it's great, right? And now all of a sudden, it's like now we have to make a decision. Well, crap, what games am I skipping? What games am I playing?
Don't wage quit this game again like you do with so many other games. I quit because I find it's not profitable for my streams. Please support the streams. As you can see, sadly we had a dip in members. 40 members lost during my 1 day off. We were at 620. And then a big dip. It sucks because we had great momentum. We're heading, higher and higher. Please consider becoming a member or gifting a membership today. And as you know, every stream I try to hit the tier 1 tips goal. If we can exceed that today, great. But thank you in advance for any contributions on the stream. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind. And it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.